to be here. I am an intern. My name is Yvette Serrano. I am Latina. I have fair complexion, brown eyes, brown long straight hair, red lips, a coral colored t-shirt. My kitchen is my background. I'm an intern for the Staten Island Equity and Belonging Project. It's been a wonderful experience to have met so many great people and to learn so much about equity work. So thank you so much for having me. The Emerging Leaders Pod is in its first season. Well, it's just a pilot now. It'll be its first season in the fall. So let's get to it. I'm going to share my screen. Bear with me 1 second. Can you see my slideshow?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So what is the Emerging Leaders Pilot? The Emerging Leaders Pilot is a 4-session virtual learning platform featuring lessons from local experts and youth leaders that focus on topics such as inequity, allyship, advocacy, and leadership. The pilot was designed to empower youth students 16 to 25 years old with an opportunity to connect, grow, and learn and how to maximize their impact in the community. We did make it an intergenerational model to welcome others that are interested in attending as well. Why we did it is, despite population gains on Staten Island, the share of 20 to 34-year-olds in Staten Island's overall population declined from 25.3% in 1990 to 19% in 2015. The rising housing costs have made the borough significantly less attractive for young families and young single adults, particularly people of color on the North Shore. The goal was to cultivate, support, empower a network of young adults who are committed to living and leading inclusive and equitable change on Staten Island. Our recruitment efforts consisted of many things. We started with facilitating over 35 presentations to college and high school students, opening up the potential to have a high school chapters of emerging leaders. So having a chapter in each high school so that they can then start to advocate for issues that are impacting them within their own schools. We conducted an email and telephone campaign to faith-based organizations and schools. We created a social media presence to network and market. We created a promotional tools and a resource hub to host those tools. We trained student recruiters to recruit and host tabling events at CSI campus. And we hosted a series of meetings with other planning team members in the PCCLF and community leaders to network and share out this information and more. We focused each session on a different topic. The topics were selected by youth and students themselves through an interest form when registering for the PCCLF. And the first session was inequity. It provided information about the island's history, barriers, featured community testimonies, self-reflection on privilege, and more. The second was allyship. The Pride Center of Staten Island conducted an LGBTQ plus allyship training. Materials were applicable to a broad range of marginalized identities. Advocacy was our last session, which speakers facilitated an open discussion on local and global advocacy and shared their experiences, insight, and resources. And our upcoming session, which is this evening at 5 p.m., is on leadership, and speakers will facilitate an open discussion on what leadership is, different types of leadership, and more, and they will share their experiences and how they became masters of their craft. Our speakers have contributed so much to the success of this pilot, and we're so fortunate to have had the opportunity to partner with them. We had Sol Bianco from the Pride Center of Staten Island. We had Isaiah Bohang from the Young Leaders of Staten Island, Linda Levin, who is a PCCLF fellow. She is also a UN intern and a CSI alum. We had Ransi Agunleye, who is an advocator, an activist, educator. He ran for council. He works for the mayor's office. Robert King Key, who is CSI staff. He's a CSI leadership development coordinator. We have Yesenia Mata, who is the executive director at La Colmena. Dan Singleton, who is PS31 principal. He also was recently awarded by the borough president for the Maniscalco Award for the great work that he does in his community in New Brighton. And Nisha Tumber, who is director at PCCS, and also a CSI alum and PCCLF fellow. We had 55 registered participants, 38 attended. The participants benefited by individual growth, further developed practical leadership skills, meet others who share mutual concern of what matters in the community, an opportunity to hear from community leaders, visibility in supporting a movement to increase equity and belonging on Staten Island, access to an expansive toolkit with open source resources and more, and learning about inequities and divisiveness on Staten Island. The future. So we're looking at having Emerging Leaders Session 1 in fall of 2022. We are focusing on 4 different areas: growth, mentorship, emerging topics, and virtual learning. So we want to connect you to opportunities with community organizations to take on a hands-on approach. So we'll be looking to see like what kind of events are being hosted in the community that the students can get involved with or the youth can get involved with. Mentorship, will be providing guidance and support to help build skills and connections to community organizations and leaders. We will be providing opportunities to address any issues on emerging issues that arise. And lessons will be delivered by local experts and youth leaders. We want to start to highlight local faces, people that they can recognize, people who look like them that they can learn from and build on. What we need right now is to spread awareness. We want to get as much youth and student participation as possible. If there's anyone who's interested in being a planning team member, we're looking to build a planning team to focus on season 1. We're looking for collaboration opportunities where we can build bridges and connect our emerging leaders with different organizations. If you are interested in being a speaker or facilitator, we would be more than welcome to have you be one of the experts on those virtual lesson platforms. And then also, again, to spread awareness and invite people to participate, and also funding to be able to do what we do. And that is my presentation for the